You now tuned in to the Gumptown Podcast. I'm your boy Doug B. We ain't got nothing to talk about, but we got something to talk about. Let's go. Good people. Welcome back to the Gumptown Podcast, episode 26. I'm your boy Doug B. If you tuned in to this podcast, thank you for your time and your attention. I really appreciate you giving this podcast a shot. Before we bring on today's guest, we got something to talk about. We're talking about fitness again to close out the month of February. So guess what? We're going to end this month, Fitness February, all right? Today we're talking about mental fitness. What is mental fitness, you ask? According to BetterUp.com, it can be defined as having and maintaining a state of well-being and cultivating awareness of how we think, behave, and feel. I think it's important we cover mental fitness because of the times we're in, the pandemic. Past couple of years, we've been trapped in the house, working from the house. Don't get me wrong, it's been great not having to deal with the hustle and bustle of getting in traffic and going to the drive-thru to get a coffee. But let me tell you, cabin fever kicks in. Negative thoughts comes with cabin fever, anxiety, depression. So today I want to share 3 things that I do to maintain the optimal level of mental fitness. We're going to talk about, number 1, gratitude. Wake up in the morning, thank God for the day. Just being alive in all these tumultuous times that we're in, that's enough. That's enough to be thankful for, and gratitude is what keeps me at the optimal mental fitness level. Number 2, disconnecting from digital reality. Social media is running our lives. We all scrolling through our phones. And yeah, it's fun to look at pictures and things of that nature, but a lot of negative things come with that as well. Comparison, which is a thief of joy. So disconnect. It'll be good for your mental fitness. The 3rd thing, last but not least, get out in nature. Take a walk, 30-minute walk. I already covered on a previous episode the benefits of walking. Get out there in the sun, get some vitamin D. That comes with disconnecting. And while you out there, you can talk to God then. Get your gratitude on. Now, thank you for tuning in. Let's get on with today's show. Today's guest, she is the founder and owner of Carrie J Hair Care. I'm looking forward to this conversation, and I'm sure you all will be inspired by her story. Let's give a warm Gumptown round of applause for Janet Gilbert. Janet, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
All is well on my end. First things first, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to chop it up with me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be able to be a guest on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So for the people who don't know who Janet Gilbert is, let's hear your story. Where you from and how you got to where you are now.
I'm Janet, and I am the founder and owner of Carrie J Hair Care. Like you mentioned, I am originally from Dothan, Alabama. I was raised in Dothan. I graduated college from Alabama State. I have a bachelor's degree in social work. So of course, entrepreneurship has not always been a part of, I guess, my dreams. Of course, I got my degree in social work, so I always saw myself as a social worker. Somewhere along the line, I wasn't feeling, I guess, fulfilled. So I just felt like I wasn't doing enough. I needed to be doing more. So I became a hair blogger around 2013. That was about 3 years after I graduated college. So I started blogging about hair care products, and I was just doing hair tutorials. And about 2 years in, people started telling me I need to come out with a hair care line. And I'm like, no, I don't I don't want to go that route. I just want to, I want to keep doing tutorials. I want to keep experimenting and trying out different products. So one day I was like, you know what, I'm just going to, try something out. I started like making homemade products or whatever. Like that was a part of my blog. So I made this product. It was like a hair butter. It had shea butter in it. And I used it on my daughter's hair, and it like worked miracles. And I was actually very surprised at how good it worked on her hair. I literally made it in my kitchen with about 4 or 5 ingredients. So it started growing her hair, and it just made her hair super moisturized and soft. So then I started like passing it out to my mom and other family members, and they were in love with it. And everybody that was reading my blog wanted to buy it. And I was like, it's not for sale. It's just for y'all. If you want to make like homemade products, you can do this. I'm giving you this recipe. But no, they didn't want to go they didn't want to they didn't want to make it themselves. They wanted to buy it from me. So at that point, that's when I started exploring the idea of, coming out with my own hair care line. I didn't want to do like the private label route. A lot of people was telling me like, well, you can order products and that's already made and you can like resell them. Basically, it's like a
Right.
resale type thing. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come up with like my own formulations and stuff like that. So around 2014, that's when the process began. And I launched Carrie J Hair Care 4 years later in 2018. Carrie J is after my grandmother. She died in 2015, and I just felt like it was only right to kind of, keep her legacy going and creating my brand around what she stood for, which was basically just helping other people. That's what Carrie J is rooted in. So that's how my story started.
Wow, that's great. I mean, that's a great story, very powerful story. And like you said, this wasn't your initial plan to get into this market that you're in, getting your degree from the Alabama State University in social work and moving on. And you started the blog, and people were rooting for you and telling you to start the product line, and you had that gift the whole time. And I understand at times you're like, yeah, that's not really me, but
Right.
sometimes we're too close to a thing to realize, hey, I really do have a gift. So hats off to
That's
your
so true.
friends for calling you out.
Yeah, they were. People were messaging me like, "Oh, you need to start a hair care line." I was like, "No, that's not what I want to do."
Right. Now that's great. And that story about your grandmother, sorry for your loss, first of all. And
Oh, thank you, thank you.
no problem. And that's awesome that you want to carry on her legacy and naming the product after her. And I know she's proud of you, and as well as everyone else, your family and friends who pushed you to start the brand. I'm proud of you. And let's talk more about the brand, Carrie J Hair Care. What products and services what all products and services do you offer? My apologies.
No, you're fine. So Carrie J, we do offer hair care and we offer beard products. And we offer like a body butter. So like with the hair care line, we offer everything from a shampoo, a conditioner. We have an oil, a gel, and like a hair butter. I wanted to like create because a lot of times women, we buy a ton of products because we need a product to do one thing and then we need another product to do another thing. So I wanted to kind of create products that do everything. Like I have a 3-in-1 cleansing conditioner. It's a 3-in-1 because it does three different things. So it cleanses your hair. You can use it as a leave-in, and then you can use it as a rinse out conditioner also. So I didn't want to like have 20 different products for people to buy. I wanted to just create a group of products that does everything. And then we have the beard products as well. They're all of the products are 100% natural. They don't have any toxic ingredients or anything like that. So they're safe for kids and people who have eczema. They're great for skin conditions like that also. So I just wanted to make sure I focused on that too, because my girls have eczema and I know that their skin is super sensitive and their scalp is super sensitive. So I just wanted to create something that would be toxic free.
Hmm. And even piggyback on your earlier point about people wanting you to just buy products that were already made and
Mm-hmm.
putting a label on it. Hats off to you for having enough awareness to realize, hey, I need to make sure that this product is safe, not only for my customers, but most importantly for your kids. Because
Right.
you could have easily gone that route, and yeah, I mean that's extra kudos to you for that awareness and actually putting real care into creating the product, because it would have been very easy. See, I didn't even know that that was something that people were doing. And I'm not knocking the hustle, but I
Right.
appreciate
Right.
you. Now, that's awesome that you actually took that initiative and created your own product from scratch.
Yeah, and that was one of the things I realized when I was blogging. I was like, there are a bunch of toxic ingredients in some of these products. So that's why I didn't want to like go that route. And like you said, I don't knock anybody's hustle. That
Right.
just that just wasn't for me. I want to know what's in the product, and most importantly, I want my customers to know what's in the products and what they're putting on their hair and on their skin.
Right. Awesome, awesome. So let's transition into the next session. Whenever I have entrepreneurs on the platform like yourself, I like to talk about three things: the aha moment, action, and audacity. And it sounds like
Mhm.
you had your aha moment to start Carrie J's Hair Care when you started your blog back in 2013. And you it took you said you launched it in 2018. So it was 5 years in between you getting the idea and actually executing the idea, which I want to also commend you on as well, because a lot of times people, we have ideas and we never act on them. We get caught up in the overthinking, we thinking we're not ready. This not my lane, and you just never know. So hats off to you for actually getting from the idea to actually taking action. So in between the aha moment and action step, I believe you have to build up some courage, some audacity. Who or what gave you the courage to actually step out there and start the brand?
Um, my family, of course, like my mom and some of my close friends, but I had she's more of like a mentor, and she has her own like nail polish, is very successful. She has her own nail polish line, but she was a teacher at my high school. And her name is Shawanda Vickers, and I can remember her. She's an established entrepreneur. Like I can just remember her messaging me, and she was just like, you need to do this. And giving me all kinds of tips and ideas. And to this day, she still, if I need anything, like she's helpful. So she's really the person who just kind of like pushed me. And I tell her this all the time. And she'll like the memory will come up and she'll like post the Facebook memory on there, because it was like that was the start of everything. But she definitely was someone who kind of pushed me into my purpose, because that's what it is.
Great. That's awesome. And it's important to have those people in your life. They're going to push
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure.
Because, yeah, I mean, accountability, I'll say this, not to step on anybody's toes, maybe listening, but accountability isn't valued and appreciated these days. And that's good that she was there to hold you accountable and say, hey,
Right, for
get
sure.
started. Right.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you're doing some great things with Carrie J Hair Care, and I know some great things are coming down the pipeline, which leads into the next section, the vision. What are your
Mhm.
short term and long term goals for the business?
Um, we're coming into the fourth year, so I just feel like it's time to like kind of start elevating and just really stepping out and trying to scale and stuff. So I like this year is the year that I really want to, because right now it's still just me. I do all the marketing, I make the
Right.
product, I ship the products, and it's draining. And not to mention, I do have a full-time job. I'm a teacher also, so it's very draining trying to work
Right.
full time and be a full time entrepreneur. So this year is the year that I want to kind of work with a team and come up with a group of people that can help me to get to where I want to be. So this year I'm really focused on, just creating a team of people that I trust. That's the hard part. Just creating a team, because when you've done all the marketing yourself, you know what you want. So it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm ready to take that step.
That's awesome, man. You just hit the nail on the head. It is hard to trust people and build that team because, like you said, you know how you like things done. You know how
Right, right.
you've been doing things, and actually finding good help that's going to be willing to listen and actually follow suit in terms of how you want things to be done. It's going to be difficult, but I believe you'll be able to find you a great team
Oh
to
yeah, for sure. So that's
move.
kind of the short term. Long term, I don't know. I want to start like international shipping, and
Mhm.
I want to get like more community involved. Like I want to have like I want a person on my team that can like go into communities, whether it's like schools, churches, and just educate on the importance of like hair maintenance. And like, because some people just don't know, they don't know how to use certain products, they don't know which products to use, they don't know that African American women can grow long healthy hair. So I really want to just be able to go out and into the communities and like just educate proper hair care and stuff like that.
Wow, that is powerful. So growing the team and just getting into the community outreach portion,
Mhm.
educating people, educating Black women on hair care, and yeah, that's great because we, of course, the stereotypes being a
Right.
Black woman, the stereotypes about that, and yeah, I definitely I believe that's going to be very beneficial because you're getting out there in the community, actually educating women on on hair care, and
Right.
just the different products that they should be using, and
Mhm.
not necessarily always using what's being marketed to you all. Because yeah, we
Exactly. And not
uh,
actually a single Black dad was the one who like raised my eyebrow with that, because he messaged me. He was like, I don't know what to do to my daughter's hair. So it's definitely gonna be beneficial to Black dads, whether you're single or married. It's gonna be very beneficial to dads who have daughters.
right. No, that's great. I mean, it's gonna be a huge hit once you start doing the community outreach. I definitely believe that's gonna be a huge hit. Looking forward to those Facebook posts, those testimonials.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So let's get into the $1 million question. Let's talk about the Gump. I started this podcast because I wanted to shed light on people who are either from Montgomery or have come through Montgomery. I know you came through Montgomery by way of the Alabama State University, where you got your degree. Let's
Right.
talk. Let's talk about the impact the Gump has had on you. What the Gump had on you, your overall evolution as a mother, a woman, and entrepreneur.
Mhm. I always tell people, if I honestly don't believe, I don't know. I can't confidently say that I would have been confident about starting a brand if it wasn't like for my professors and my instructors at Alabama State, because they taught us the importance of leadership. They taught us the importance of just making a difference, and not just the importance of purpose. Like that's what my instructors taught us. I learned that at Alabama State. So if I had never came through Alabama State, I don't know that I can sit up here and say I probably wouldn't be talking to you for real. Attending an HBCU, attending Alabama State was really one of the best decisions I could have made. Like everything is just rooted in around like Black excellence. Like that's my brand. I take pride in that. Like my products are for everybody, but they are targeted for textured hair. I mean, I have Black daughters, so Alabama State definitely plays a huge role in where I am today.
The HBCU experience, people who never experienced it, they don't understand.
None like no other.
That is awesome. And to your point, that's exactly I had a very similar experience at Alabama State as well. Just those professors and just those principles that they taught us back then. We didn't understand what role they were going to play in our lives down the road. But yeah, I definitely can attest to that as well. Like just that HBCU
Mhm.
experience and those professors and just what they instilled in us. That
Right.
is awesome. So
And
how can go ahead? I'm sorry.
I have to mention, I have a lot of customers. I ship to Montgomery a lot. So huge shout out to Montgomery for supporting my brand, because I am always shipping to Montgomery.
That is great. No, that's awesome. That's great. And that's what it's all about. I mean, basically you definitely must have left a positive impression, or you positively impacted the people in Montgomery, for them to support your brand. Like it's something about your brand that people are attracted to. So
Right.
whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And like you said earlier, you make your products, you targeting Black people. Nothing wrong with that. Like Black excellence, like that's what it's all. I really that's what I really like about this age, especially this digital age. Like people starting businesses and Black excellence, like it's a real thing. So much respect to you for flat out saying that. Like, yeah, it's for
Right.
everybody, but you specifically made this for us.
Right. Right. Because
Right.
I
Okay.
also, I've seen other brands who, like, I just don't feel like you can create hair products that you I just don't think like a white man can be can make products for us. I don't see how that's possible. So I just wanted to. I feel like we needed more like Black-owned brands on the shelves and the on the aisles, the hair care aisles.
Yes, ma'am. So how can the people connect with you, Janet? What are your social media handles? Facebook, IG, and your website?
Facebook and Instagram is Carrie J Hair Care, and my website is www.carriejhaircare.com. And
Awesome.
also, we are online at Walmart. So if you're ever browsing Walmart online, we Carrie J is on Walmart.com.
Awesome. And I'll put all of this in the description of the episode. Hey, Janet, thanks again for taking time out of your schedule. I really appreciate the conversation.
No problem. Thank you again for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Good people, that concludes another dope episode of the Gumptown Podcast. We gone, but before we leave, remember, be blessed, be safe, but most importantly, have the audacity to be you. Gone. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate your time and your attention. Until next time.